Paul was the cutest, George was the serious one, but Ringo was the lovable clown, the good time Beatle. Well, now Ringo's back. He's not just a drummer anymore. He is the lead singer in an all-star rock band. Ringo Starr is now on a North American tour that will take him to 5 Canadian cities. He begins in Toronto this Saturday. The Journal's Paul McGrath has the story of Ringo, then and now.
It's a steamy summer night south of Boston. An all-star band, not a grade B player among them, sets the stage for one of rock's most famous faces.
It don't come easy. You know it don't come easy.
The enthusiastic crowd is set for a rare treat. The face, the nose, and the voice belong to ex-Beatle Ringo Starr.
Got to pay your dues if you want to sing the blues, and you know it don't come easy. You don't have to shout or leap about, you can even play them easy.
Rock and roll, like any other pursuit, has its own hierarchy. A pecking order that runs from the demigod musicians down to the beefy guys hired for concert security. At the very apex of this order stand the 3 surviving members of the Beatles. It matters not that the band broke up 20 years ago. When any one of them plays anywhere, it's more than just an ordinary rock concert.
I don't ask for much, I only want trust, and you know it don't come easy.
What's it like being a front man?
It's fabulous. Oh, I love it out there. It's great. Get up there and boogie, you know, do my stuff. You know, I've always been behind the kids, and I was determined on this tour that I wanted to be up front for a while, you know.
You're big enough.
Ringo's having more fun than he's had in almost 20 years, and so are the band members. Crack session drummer Jim Keltner.
Just watching him over there, just knowing that he's playing and watching him, and then, of course, hearing him sing is a thrill I can't even tell you about.
Keyboard player Billy Preston.
It's a dream come true to me and to a lot of the fellas, you know. I mean, because we've all heard of each other and respected each other over the years, and to get a chance to play with each other, it's great. It's a dream.
Rick Danko, formerly of the band.
Well, it beats working, you know.
Eagles guitarist Joe Walsh.
We have good, clean fun, and we laugh a lot.
New Orleans master musician Dr. John.
They're guys that are real easy to work with and guys that are real, like, loose and fun to work with. So it makes it a real, you know, inviting situation.
And Springsteen sax man Clarence Clemens.
This is a gas, man. This is the most fun I've had on tour in a very, very long time.
Why did it take 19 years for Ringo Starr to get back on the road?
I feel I'm just in a better state than I've been in years. You know, I'm clean and sober now, and I can work, you know. Before I didn't move, really. I was sitting around just getting drunk and crazy. And I just kept saying no to everything. And now I'm saying yes. That's the difference. The difference is I'm sober.
Ringo's move to sobriety made headlines last October. He and his wife Barbara Bach entered an Arizona clinic to put an end to his more than 30 years of steady drinking. They didn't ask for the publicity.
Well, we had to admit it because they had helicopters flying over the clinic, so I thought we might as well say something first. The newspapers had helicopters and guys trying to check themselves in to get the real story. You know, thanks, guys. And so I decided we'll make a statement, and that's what we did, you know.
But clearly you wouldn't be out on the road if that hadn't done you some good.
I would not have been on the road if I hadn't have gone to a clinic, no. No, I'd still be messed up. I mean, I'm still a little messed up, but I'm getting better.
The road to the clinic was paved with gold. Only Elvis Presley before them had experienced the relentless celebrity of the Beatles. They were and remain the most acclaimed band in post-war pop, objects of adoration, generators of instant hysteria. Before them, Liverpool boys could only dream of the wealth that came their way.
I've always fancied having a lady's hairdresser, so you know, a string of them, in fact, and trot around with my stripes and my tails, you know, like a cup of tea, madam.
Ringo was the imperturbable, friendly Beatle. Not a writer, not really a singer, just a hard-drinking, hard-working drummer. When they broke up, however, the work came to an abrupt end.
After 8 years of only doing Beatles, you know, you sat in the garden wondering what to do. And, you know, my career was more in the Beatles than the other three, because they were the writers and they would produce other people, and they had other things outside where I had odd movies, that was all. But my life was sort of the Beatles.
Ringo and Ronnie Wood are going to help us out on this one, too.
They say everything can be replaced.
Ringo's answer to the question, is there life after the Beatles, was only as much as you want and only when you want it. He acted as royalty does, showing up for star-studded state occasions, marking milestones in rock history.
What would you do if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out of me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Why? Get high with a little help from my friend. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friend. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friend.
The Beatle movies gave Ringo a second outlet. While the other three tried hard to be witty, Ringo came already equipped with smart timing and deadpan delivery.
Going in then?
No, she'll only reject me in the end and I'll be frustrated.
You never know, you may be lucky this time.
No, I know the psychological pattern. It plays havoc with me drum skins.
This is Stacy Jones at Shining Time Station.
25 years on, it's paid off in a recent Emmy nomination for his work as the magical 18-inch tall Mr. Conductor in the children's television series Shining Time Station.
I'm the good guy, Mr. Magic, who says there's always a good side to everybody and everything, and you can make lots of nice things out of string.
You don't want to explain yourself too well, you know.
Why not?
Because if people know exactly what you mean, then it's easy for them to disagree with you. But if they aren't sure what you mean, then they can never be quite sure whether they disagree or not.
It's a fitting role for the first Beatle granddad. His son Zach has produced a daughter, but son has more trouble bringing up dad than daughter.
And he doesn't like me minding her, because I hate minding a child who's asleep. So every time we mind her, I wake her up, you see, and he gets crazy. So I'd make her, knock the bed or the cot, or she's in the pram in the living room. And so every time they'd come home, I'd be, hi, here she is. So, you know, it's great having your son saying, and don't wake her up, Dad.
He's a doting grandfather and a generous chum. Recently, he's put as much effort into boosting his friends' projects with cameo appearances as he has into his own recordings. While the other ex-Beatles cherish their solitude, Ringo still loves a crowd.
I'm a friend to everybody. Everybody's my friend.
And that wasn't an image you felt uncomfortable with?
That's just how I am. I like people. I love people, you know, and I like kids. I used to be one. And I'm real easy to get on with, you know. As long as you don't lie to me or cheat or steal, I'm fine.
And you know it don't come easy.
As much as he's surrounded himself on this tour with talented old friends, when it comes down to taking the microphone, he's on his own, in not entirely familiar territory.
I love singing. I mean, you know, I'm not Pavarotti. You know, I sing how I sing. No one's expecting the range of a madman, you know, but I can put the song across, and that's how I get away with it.
Okay, he's right. He's not Pavarotti, but when he gets back behind the drum kit, he knows exactly who he is.
The best rock and roll drummer on earth.
For The Journal, I'm Paul McGrath.
Ringo Starr and his all-star band are in Toronto on Saturday and in Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver later this month. That's our program for tonight. I'm Susan Harada.